Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gordon Maston, and welcome to this week's edition of something that I'm actually doing. That's WWE, my WWE Hell in a Cell review for 2015. Now, tonight, this show had instances where it was good, but just good in this instance where, oh, compared to that, what just happened, that was good. Like in an instance, Roman Reigns beating Bray Wyatt. Not, yeah, The New Day coming out, putting on a smile, and putting a smile on people's faces, and then beating the Dudleys. Yay! In comparison to that, so it felt like anything that was bad, something that you knew would happen, or turned around by being good, which you already expected that to happen. So WWE just all other than me saying this is an average, just about on the side of bad pay-per-view, and they ended. We'll get to them. Get to it. Let's start the review. All right, what's up, people? So, what is up? We are here to do the Hell in a Cell review. Now, tonight they did something different. I'll give them that. WWE did something different. But they started us out. Can you in 2015, John Cena opened a pay-per-view. In 2015, John Cena opened up a pay. I had to take like a triple take. John Cena opened up a pay-per-view. John Cena opened up a pay-per-view. This is kind of the idea I had gotten because I'm like I just thought about, like, I thought to myself, like, I'm like, this will never happen. No, like Cena will always be like second to last or third to last match. But I'm like, if they're making somebody return, they have to get out of the way at the beginning of the show, so no one, like, it doesn't overshadow the main event, or people aren't talking about that more than they're talking about the main event. And I didn't think they'd pull the trigger on that, and they did. So for once, kudos to WWE. And you're not going to hear me saying that much in this review, but they capitalized. Well, they've been saying we want to bring up this Mexican star for a while. This luchador star, even though the man they brought back isn't any relatively a luchador star. Not luchador. I figured they're looking at masked wrestlers because I don't want to use the term luchador because it's, I feel a little stupid doing that. So I'm just gonna, like, skip to that and say the man who came back and faced John Cena was Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio. So that basically tells us no, he will not be back for season 2 of Lucha Underground when the tapings start next month in Los Angeles. Yeah. So that's just what I have to say there. Um, and even weirder, so when Cena was looking for whoever was coming out to come out, Zeb Coulter comes out and tells Cena, "Look, John," he's like, "it's time for you." Like, basically sums up, "It's time for you to use that U.S. Championship." I think he said Del Rio was an equal opportunist, and then he calls out Del Rio, and then Del Rio comes out. And actually, for like a U.S. Open challenge, this was relatively short. Like, it was, I'm not gonna say like by any standards, it was like a good match, but it was basically, it felt like in a way Cena just jobbed. He didn't hit Del Rio with an AA. He hit him with the shoulders. He hit him with the "you can't see me" and a 5 shot. Like, this felt like a rushed type. Like, it felt like Cena did the job. Like, and when you think about Cena doing the job, you're like, oh, what Lesnar did to him was the job. What this does to Del Rio was just like a normal match. No, he didn't even get off an AA. He didn't throw an SCF anything. Cena just straight out lost. He lost clean to Del Rio, clean as a whistle. He lost and took that. He lost that match cleaner than a hound's tooth. Cena's lost and Cena's gone. He lost to Del Rio with the super kick. Of course, they're not going to make Del Rio finish with the cross arm breaker, but that super kick just got I'm not going to say got a whole bunch more credibility because probably not. But like the kneel super kick when you're on your knees and he does that, the whole C type thing like that. But yeah, that happened. Um, and the following proceedings went on to be Cena lost and Del Rio's your new champion. I would have preferred Daniel Bryan or I don't know anybody else. Like I'll give Alberto this. His resume in WWE is pretty good, but he's just it didn't seem like him and the WWE were a good fit. Like people were like, oh, like I seen mixed opinions about this on Twitter because people were like, oh, well he had a good run when he first came in. Look how good they pitched him when he first came in. This will be great. They have a new relationship, and Del Rio was like, oh my God, he's back. Like, yeah, but let's remember how hard they pushed him, and then just how fast that went downhill, and people started not to care. And I know he has Zeb Coulter, but that makes no sense. You came out for the last for the last 2.5, almost 3 years, saying you only accept real Americans, real American this, real American that. You accept this Cesaro because at heart he was a real American, and then you wanted an equal opportunist or something like that. Like, I understand where you're going with this. Del Rio, his promos are not that entertaining. Zeb gets a good reaction, and people love Zeb Coulter. Yes, and it was cool to see Zeb again. I popped for Zeb, but this just isn't. I mean, like it was a nice to keep it a surprise, nice little pop you got, but this will go away. Like people, like anybody who praises it, it's gonna end relatively fast. Del Rio will get stale again, and all will be as preceded. Okay. Now up next. Oh, so does this mean that Del Rio, like I hope not, because that'd just be like fuck Jack Swagger right in his face. Like that's basically it. Um. Okay. That happened. Then up next, I believe we got Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt in the Hell in a Cell. This, if you're looking for a good match quality, I guess you can call this a good match. Like this worked. This absolutely worked for what it was. Like I did enjoy this. I did enjoy the whole candlestick meeting. I enjoyed the chair. Like, I enjoyed like every spot they set up. I enjoyed. Like even when they went to the likes of, you know, Wyatt wedges the candlestick in a certain spot and then tries to throw you into it, like how he did with Ambrose last year at TLC. Like that was great. Excuse me. But like I said, I just don't dig the result because I realize this. Bray Wyatt is like a set of Legos. You can build them up oh so many times, and then you can break them down and rebuild them. Build them up, break them, build them up, break them, build them up, break them. Bray Wyatt, in a sense, is a set of Legos. And Gordon, that's ridiculous. Why are you just playing around? Like, I'm not playing around. Bray Wyatt is literally a set of Legos. They build and break and build and break and expect us to keep getting entertained that, ooh, you can build these Legos back up. But that's the cool part you already showed us about him. Like, how many times are we supposed to get invested in Bray Wyatt for him to just straight up, like, lose? It's like the whole Tyler Breeze situation in NXT. The man in, like, 5 takeovers that he performed in, or 4, only won one. And that was against Sami Zayn. And that was a questionable victory if you even want to go there. Like Zayn went for the beauty shot. You could say he unintentionally did this. He unintentionally won. He knew it was over and unintentionally won. Like, what was the last major thing Wyatt won? WWE built something, this big major thing, this big thing, and Wyatt just got destroyed. And later, when we get to it, I'll tell you how they're trying to rebuild him back up because it's just ridiculous and bullshit, dude. Um, Roman Reigns wins with the spear after shoving Bray Wyatt in the two candlesticks jammed in a corner. Oh, that's so deflating. Speaking of which, and Patriots fan, any Patriots fans, Patriots won today. Um, I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to have to get that in there, but and if I think of that word, it's just like Tom Brady. Ay, ay, ay. So before I get a headache, up next we get the New Day versus the Dudleys for the tag titles. Okay, and the New Day start telling us how Xavier Woods isn't here, and it is a travesty, and they start bringing up the trombone that he owned and all that, and it was just funny. I wish I could find. Let me, it's gonna take me 1 second here because there's a hashtag that they like. Because when they were coming out, Kofi said, not Kofi. Yeah, Kofi said he would beat Xavier's head in like a bongo. Not Xavier. He would beat Devon's head like a bongo, like the ball bongo it is, or something like that. And then let me try and find this because it is actually interesting enough for me to care about and see if I can find it here. I get it. I noted it down somewhere here. Just like for things I actually think I actually needed to note. Okay, I'm sorry. This is taking a little bit. I think it was like he beat his stomach like a Caucasian something. Oh, he said I beat his stomach like a bongo, like a Caucasian Kamala, which is basically the promo where they were saying in tribute to Xavier Woods, they would play music for him and use the Dudleys to perform it. This doesn't have to face the Dudleys tonight. And the New Day shouts out the freaking Eddie Guerrero, dude. Kofi pulled the Eddie spot, throw the weapon to your opponent, fall out. They should have let it go down that way. The New Day should have won that way, but the reference thing when he's like, "Do I want to disqualify?" No, they should have let it go down like that. One of these days, someone has to, it's not Rey Mysterio or somebody has to do a Eddie Guerrero tribute that actually works. Seth tonight hit the frog splash. Uh, Xavier, not Xavier, Kofi hit the weapon spot where you throw the weapon, lean back, call it. But that didn't happen, and hey, it is what it is. But the New Day win. There's a smile back on my face. I'm headed back in a good place with this show. Well, I'm headed toward a good place with this show. And then next we get Charlotte versus Nikki Bella, which I remember like there are people saying their last match is actually pretty good. Like, oh, I didn't know Nikki Bella had this in her. Like, I knew Nikki Bella had it in her. I was saying for months about how much improved she was and how much I thought she had like leaps and bounds, like gotten so much better. I had even gone as far to say Nikki Bella was a rough diamond that needed to be polished, and she was. Okay, but that match to me was meh. This match to me was actually good. I don't know why I felt this match more than I felt the last one, but I felt like in this one they went out there and said, "Let's do better than our last match," and they actually did. Like my favorite spot of the match was the Alabama Slam on the apron. That was my favorite spot of the match. The Rana off the top rope that Charlotte attempted and kind of botched. I understand. I get what you're trying to do, but at least know you can land it. I don't even know if it was her fault. Nikki might have reacted late to it or been scared of it. I don't know what it was, but it is what it is. My one gripe of this match is the ending of it. That figure eight was pretty sloppy on the part of Charlotte. Like I said, I get where she was going with it, but well, not with that. I'm talking about the figure eight. But Charlotte does go on to win this with the figure eight, makes Nikki tap out, and Nikki no sells the figure eight. Like when John Cena lost to Kevin Owens, or like Cena will take any loss and he'll get right back up. Like that kind of no sell because Nikki just stood up and like put her hands on her hips, like, "Oh man, I just tapped out. Gee shucks, man." Like Sell the pain, sell the agony, sell the defeat. You didn't do that. You just sit here like that. Like, let me throw this up for a second. Like, she just sat here like this, just, when is John leaving? And then like, oh, I have to sell this. Like, dude. You know what? I'm glad you lost. No more Nikki Bella, no more Brie Bella, and any of these things. Hopefully that would be the case. Unless WWE can just give us a middle finger and say, hey, Nikki lost, but Brie can still contend, and we can still keep Nikki cutting the promos. Yeah. Please don't do that. So Charlotte wins in a sense because I'm indifferent about Charlotte. Like she's awesome in the ring. I'll give her that, but it's just in this case I don't really like care about her reign. It's like I don't even care about her. It's just the fact that being indifferent on Charlotte because of so many different things. Like, yes, you're good in the ring, but you deserve a title. I mean, not deserve a title. Yes, you're good in the ring. How am I gonna put this? Yes, you're good in the ring, but you earned your title off your name. You can't cut a promo, and your storytelling, depending on who you're with, can be good or bad. So yeah, and I can get into many different examples of that depending on who she's with. But I'm going to not go there, and I'm going to move on to the next match, which is going to be, oh yeah, this was a thing that was next. Seth Rollins versus Kane. Listen to these final three matches, people. Seth Rollins versus Kane, Ryback versus Kevin Owens, and The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Those are the final three matches, and Kevin Owens versus Ryback was the procedure, like not procedure, the match before the main event. It was I'm not gonna say the co-main event, but it was the match before the main event. So Seth Rollins in a meh match really beats Kane, but he beat him clean. I mean, the match wasn't really that good. There was a spot where Kane was going to chokeslam Seth through the English announce table, and then Kane got down. Well, not Kane. Seth punched Kane in the gut, got down, and tried to like power bomb him through the regular, well, not the regular, the Spanish announce table, and the table didn't break. So that just looked awkward as all hell, and Kane, that's botchamania. That is botchamania. Along with the Dudleys tonight, like one of their moves, the side slam that has the leg drop coming down into it, Devon botched, and that's gonna be botchamania. That's, oh god. Um, yeah, there's that. So, yeah, not really an impressive match, and that's honestly something I kind of expected. Like Seth has put on bangers every time he's gone out there on pay-per-views, and with Kane, it's not going to really be that easy. And it was a passable match, but it wasn't anything spectacular like what he's put on with Cena. The Orton match at Extreme Rules wasn't like really like incredible. Oh my god, but it was good. The Payback match was it was a fatal four-way. One of the fatal four-ways were really like that bad. So the fatal four-way was good. Money in the Bank should have been better, but for a ladder match, I guess it works in the finish. I was down with um, Payback. It was what everybody expected, and it really got Seth out there fighting with Lesnar. But this one was it felt like a mid card match, and it shouldn't feel that way. It most definitely shouldn't feel that way. I'm just glad this whole Kane thing is done. But have we all realized now, especially with the ending with tonight, we have to realize that it's Seth just real like how much of an idiot this Seth right now. He's an architect. He's a genius. And then this is Seth. I got rid of the Demon Kane. I beat that old monster. I beat that old relic of a dirtbag. No more Kane as DOO. And then Seth, you got rid of the DOO Kane. But Demon Kane is still around. And Survivor Series is just fuck my life up, fam. Just Kane Rollins too. Demon Kane Rollins too, if you know to be exact, because he's a goddamn Okay, let me not lose my mind. Uh, Next up, Kevin Owens versus Ryback. I don't really remember much from this match. I was really sitting there staring at Twitter from what people thought about that last match. Kevin Owens does win with the pop-up powerbomb though, and I guess that's all that really needed to be named because that's what and most definitely should have happened. Like, that shouldn't even been a question of doubt. Like, will Kevin Owens is winning this match. Kevin Owens is winning this match, and then hopefully, for what I think, just hopefully, going on a feud with Dean Ambrose because for when Cena comes back around December, those house shows they have advertised Cena, not Cena, yeah, Cena versus Sheamus and Owens versus Ambrose. So I'm just hoping Owens goes into something with Ambrose now because Dean Ambrose is doing absolutely nothing, and Roman Reigns is done with the feud with the Wyatt, so that gives no reason for Dean to just go back out there and just no, it really doesn't. Um, So I'm either guessing if that happens, then Roman is going after the world championship, and I don't want Roman. I, oh yeah, okay, but that's happening. Beside that, we move on here to the main event, and the main event was the Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, and this is an Hell in a Cell. And by the way, either of these matches, Wyatt and Reigns, they didn't really use the cell. Like throwing your opponent into the cell doesn't even really count to me. Climbing the cell and using the cell to its full potential, what's been done over the years, counts as using a cell. Going outside of the cell and maybe using it as a weapon from there, using it as a weapon from there works. But neither of these matches did they really use the cell. They just used a bunch of tables, chairs, and candlesticks to really do it. Like this, does this pay-per-view even need to exist anymore? Like, can we just like either do one or two things: make a new pay-per-view that you can actually build and make into an exciting pay-per-view, or just get rid of it entirely and put a month between. I mean, what do you call it? Just go SummerSlam, Night of Champions, month off, build some more, so you can actually build a comprehensive story that people will actually enjoy, and then go to Survivor Series. Maybe you build a Survivor Series from there because Survivor Series is one of your biggest pay-per-views, and treat it like a big pay-per-view and build the feuds up to there. Like maybe like if you want to do that thing where you build up a bunch of rivalries and then they culminate with team captains and then picking team this person versus team that person. Maybe that can work. It's just instead it's just I'm gonna randomly select a team, you're gonna randomly select a team, we're gonna have a Survivor Series match, or we're gonna get the Authority out of power, or we're gonna do a whole team CM Punk versus Team Foley, and dedicate the entire show to it, and then switch it up in general. Or Survivor Series has been totally made useless since the brand split. That's the exact way it's looked to me, and I'm not even gonna because if they do a Survivor Series thing, Roman Reigns is Roman Reigns is going to be the sole survivor, and it's going to be Survivor Roman. Can you just pick Survivor Roman? But other than Survivor Roman, let's get into the main event. The main event was just straight up physical. You know, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar got busted open again. No shocker there. And from there, it's just like nothing else really like major. Like, okay, like Brock Lesnar exposed the ring. Like they started tearing out the mats, and you started seeing the cardboard under the ring and a little bit of steel, and just Undertaker got chokeslammed on there, tombstone on there, kicked out. And he Undertaker, what do you call it? Undertaker, not chokeslam, tombstone, not Undertaker. Undertaker chokeslam Lesnar and tombstone Lesnar. And Lesnar, after that, he rose up, and Lesnar wins the same way Undertaker won at SummerSlam with the low blow and then the F5. And that way, Undertaker doesn't look weak. It's a feat. Even would because the match itself was awesome. Yeah, I'll admit it. The match is awesome. No, I'm not going to say awesome. It was good. It was what you'd expect from those guys. It was good. But Undertaker loses to Brock Lesnar. Thank you. That was the right decision to make. And from there, Lesnar walks out. Undertaker stays in the ring. They give him a hero's, what do you call it? A hero's closing, a hero's thank you, and I don't even, I can't remember what I was looking for. They salute Undertaker farewell for however long he'd be leaving from there, even if he was going back for Hell in a Cell, not for Hell in a Cell, for Survivor Series. I don't know, but they chant "Thank you, Taker," and it was a pretty cool moment. And then the Wyatts come out, and this is where I was expecting Kane, Ambrose, and Reigns to come out, and then we get more Wyatt and Undertaker teams with Roman Reigns, and they try and get Roman Reigns over and fail in another way. It just doesn't work out. So, there we go. Next up here we get we get the Wyatts basically beating down Undertaker, and then they carry him out. Where they take him, I don't know. But this is the second straight year in a row that Wyatt has done something like this, and because it's Undertaker, I would hope it would lead to something somewhere soon. But knowing Lego Man Wyatt, I don't know how it's gonna really work out because Wyatt needs to win if they're doing this again, and I just hope it'll go that way. But you can only hope, and it's probably not gonna happen. So there's that, and that's that. So that was my review for Survivor Series 2015. Survivor Series. I'm thinking I already had Hell in a Cell 2015. I was not really impressed with this show. It was just like it felt like it just dragged on. I'm kind of glad it's over. I got a phone call to make, and I kind of lied to the person until I was showering because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But anyways, I do want to thank you guys for watching, and for anybody who's enjoyed my gaming. And I'm sorry if you expected a positive review of this show. I had to be straight off forward with you guys. I did not really enjoy this show that much at all. And I got some questions on Twitter recently. Will you be reviewing Raw again? No. With shows like this, with pay-per-views like this, and build like Raw, no. Until Raw gets good again, I am not touching that show. So I hope you guys do enjoy what I do put out when it comes to reviews. NXT every week, Raws. I'll do Ring of Honor Final Battle when that happens because I really, 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 really want to watch that show. It's Ring of Honor's biggest show of the year. It's their WrestleMania. If I can this year, and I really want to, and it's going to take some hardcore notes. I'm going to review Wrestle Kingdom 10 this year. That's going to be a thing. But yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this pay-per-view review. Remember, subscribe to not subscribe for more of that WWE goodness on my channel. 2 days from now, WWE 2K16 will be out. I will be doing a universe mode of my career and anything else you want me to do. I don't think I will be doing 2K Showcase because that's more of a mode that you have to do for yourself. I just personally feel that way. 2K Showcase, yeah. But yeah, follow me on Twitter at FightMasterFight. Subscribe and not subscribe for more of that WWE goodness on my channel. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and see ya! And my computer does something stupid. Alright, people, let's take two on this. Thank you guys oh so much for watching, and see ya!